So these are the people versus J.C. Owens. Can I get your appearance?
Yes, thank you, Judge. Andrew Mickus on behalf of Ms. Owens, P76268. Ms. Owens would waive any objections to appearing via video today as well, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, did you speak with Mr. Zick this morning?
I did, yes, Your Honor. I think we've reached a mutually agreeable resolution to the matter. Ms. Owens is going to be entering a plea of guilty to one of the matters, and the court will be dismissing, and Mr. Zick will be dismissing the other matter. We didn't get specifics as to case numbers, but they are essentially identical. She would agree to any restitution amount. He did not have a figure before him. I estimate that that figure is going to be 0 because I believe all of the items were recovered in both cases at the time of the arrest. So I do anticipate that. But in the chance that I'm wrong and there is restitution, she is able to pay that today.
You know, it always amazes me how thieves suddenly find the money to pay for the items they stole, but only after they've been caught.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Zick, I see you're back on this. Is there a preference for the people on which matter she should plea on?
No
I'm
preference.
just gonna plea. Okay, all right. So ma'am, back on, how do you plead to the charge of larceny?
Guilty.
Were you in the city of Taylor on January 31st of 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you were in the city, did you go to Walmart?
I did, Your Honor.
And when you were at Walmart, ma'am, did you take some merchandise that wasn't yours?
Yes, sir.
What's wrong? Having trouble admitting out loud what you did? You know, all of this could have been avoided if you had just paid for the items in the first place.
Your Honor, I think she's stalling just because there was an attempt to do so, but because she didn't leave with the items. I did discuss with her the legal nuances between those and that there really isn't one. So, JC, do you understand the question? She's asking if you attempted to take any items for sale.
Attempted, yeah.
All right. Where was she stopped? Parking lot or as she was exiting the building?
Before exiting the building.
Or as you walking out of the building, Miss Owens?
I was going towards the door.
I think she had just left the self-checkout area and was heading towards the door when store security stopped her and initiated.
And were there items that you didn't pay for when you went through self-checkout?
I mean, I don't know how to answer that. Honestly, Your Honor, I left the cart. I walked away from it. I don't know how to. And then the other one was,
Hang on, JC.
Wait, so Miss Owens, did you put property in your cart or in a bag that you didn't intend on paying for?
I mean, no, but.
Sounds like a not guilty plea to me. And just because you left the items behind on your way out the door, probably because you realized you were caught, doesn't mean you weren't attempting to steal them, as your lawyer pointed out. In the eyes of the law, there's no real distinction between successfully leaving the building with the items and attempting to leave with them but failing.
All right,
yes,
I can't accept the plea, then we'll get a jury trial date.
Your Honor, I'm guilty.
Your Honor,
no, you're not guilty. Miss Owens, you've been through this before. You've got a ton of larceny convictions, right? This isn't your first rodeo. And ma'am, you're not required to enter a plea of guilty. But if you think you're going to sit here, I'm talking. If you think you're going to sit here and tell me that you didn't do anything wrong and think I'm going to accept your plea, you're sadly mistaken. I'm happy to have a jury trial. I like nothing more than a jury trial. You either want to accept a plea or you don't, and you're either going to be honest to this court and accept responsibility or you're not. It's that simple. And if you cannot lay a factual basis for what you did that makes you guilty of this charge, I will see you on your trial date. Are we clear, Miss Owens?
Yes, Your Honor.
Damn 'em. Judge Shackelford clearly doesn't have time to mess around with defendants when there's a simple way to settle the issue. It's called a jury trial. Now let's see if Karen can get it right the second time and finally take responsibility for her antisocial behavior.
So what do you think you did, Miss Owens, that makes you guilty of larceny?
Your Honor, the first offense, I didn't scan an item, and honestly, it wasn't to steal the item. I tried to pay for the item.
All right, so that's a not guilty plea. So, okay, we're gonna just go ahead and set these both for
But the
jury
second
trial.
one, I did intend to. So, I mean, yes, I'm guilty on the second. Yes.
You accidentally didn't scan
No.
$250 worth of items?
No, I didn't say accidentally. There was a computer or something
No,
wrong
on
with
the
that
first
scanner.
case, the allegation is that you stole 8 items worth $250. And you're telling me that was an accident?
Your Honor, I'm guilty.
That's not how it works. You don't just get to say, I'm guilty, and leave it at that. You actually have to state the factual basis for your guilt. This serves 2 purposes. First, to make sure the right person is being convicted for the crime, and second, to create a clear record of the facts so you can't come back later and claim you're actually innocent. If you don't like how the process works, then stop stealing.
We're going to jury trial.
Your
I'll
Honor,
set a jury trial date and we'll see you on that date.
Your Honor, if I may have an opportunity briefly in a breakout room with my
No,
client.
I've had enough of your client, quite frankly, and the games she likes to play. She's lucky I didn't revoke her bond the first time, and now she wants to play with whether or not she's responsible of this or not. And no, I'm not comfortable taking a plea. She's made it clear she didn't do anything. We're all set. You'll get your jury trial date in the mail. We're all set, ma'am. I'll see you on your jury trial date. Thank you.
Ma'am, please.
You'll get notice in the mail.
I didn't.
Bye, have a great time.
Okay, so this isn't actually the end of the video. The judge is about to explain to the lawyer exactly why she can't accept her plea and is giving him one last chance to talk the entitlement out of his client.
Mr. Mikos, I'm sorry. I'm not tolerating your client and her nonsense. We'll set it for jury trial. If you talk her into taking a plea that she can reasonably put on the record without being full of nonsense, I'll consider it. But for now, we're going to trial. All right, we're back on the record. This is the People versus J.C. Owens.
Yes, thank you again, Judge Andrew Mikos, P76268 on behalf of Ms. Owens.
Ms. Owens, tell me your name.
J.C. Owens.
Ms. Owens, did we go over your constitutional rights a minute ago? Do you remember those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing all of that, how do you plead the larceny?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Back on January 31st of 2023, Ms. Owens, were you in the city of Taylor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go to Walmart?
Yes, Your Honor.
I want you to tell me what you did that makes you guilty of larceny.
I intended to steal items, Your Honor, without paying for them.
What items?
I think I honestly, I don't remember what items exactly, Your Honor. I think they were just normal, like condoms and stuff. Toiletries, yeah.
Alright guys,
take them with
that's the end of the video. It turns out she could chew down those paint chips stuck in her throat just enough to admit that she's a thieving window licker. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. And don't forget to leave a comment below and subscribe with notifications on.
Oh, that was.
Are you satisfied, counsel?
I am satisfied, yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to accept the plea as knowing and voluntarily given. The case ending in 230962. That case will be dismissed per the plea. Meet with the probation department for a pre-sentence investigation. You're going to get notice of that in the mail.
Okay.
And you're going to meet with them. And I'm sorry, Mr. Mikos.
No, go ahead, Judge. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think we need an evaluation. So you're going to meet with the probation department, Ms. Owens, and they're going to contact you for a pre-sentence interview. After that interview, we'll meet again for sentencing. Are you still on felony probation?
Casey?
Okay. All right, well, I'm assuming a lot of things will likely run concurrent, but I want my probation department to at least look at it. And Mr. Mikos, I can't give you a sentencing date, because I don't know how backed up they are on their PSIs.
I understand.
So it'll be a Wednesday and we'll get it out to you in the mail as soon as they meet with her.
Okay, we're probably talking a few weeks out.
At least, I think generally 3 to 4.
Okay.
And bond conditions will just continue until that time.
Sounds good. Thank you, Judge, and thank you for your patience today.
All right, I'll see everyone at sentencing. We're all set.